The Rolling Stones. Do you know interesting facts about them? The Rolling Stones are an English rock band formed in London in 1962. The band members include Mick Jagger, rhythm guitar and vocals, Keith Richards, guitar and vocals, Charlie Watts, drums, Ronnie Wood, guitar, and Bill Wyman, bass. The Rolling Stones have released 30 studio albums, 12 live albums, 29 compilation albums, 3 extended play singles, and 121 single. They have also released 33 box sets, 50 video albums, and 77 music videos. The Rolling Stones are one of the best-selling music artists of all time, having sold an estimated 200 million records. They have won 3 Grammy Awards and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1989 and the UK Music Hall of Fame in 2004. Some interesting facts about the Rolling Stones include that their logo is inspired by Kali, the Hindu goddess of everlasting energy. The history of the band Rolling Stones can be summarized as follows. 1. Early career. The Rolling Stones were founded in 1962 and began making blues and rock and roll music that was free and nuanced rebel. They began their careers with small tours and appearances in nightclubs. 2. Revival of popularity. In 1964, the band released their first album The Rolling Stones and began to become popular in the UK and America. Subsequent albums such as Out of Our Heads and Aftermath cemented their position as the band's most influential group. 3. Controversial era. In 1967, the band caused controversy with the song Their Satanic Majesty's Request, which had a psychedelic feel and deviated from their rough rock and roll music. 4. Heyday. In the 1970s, the band released several successful albums such as Exile on Main St. and Sticky Fingers, which cemented their position as the greatest band group. Here is a list of some of the Rolling Stones' big hits. Satisfaction, Brown Sugar, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Paint It Black, Gimme Shelter, Sympathy for the Devil, Honky Tonk Women, Start Me Up, Miss You, Ruby Tuesday. These are just some of the many great songs performed by the Rolling Stones band group during their career. The Rolling Stones have survived for nearly 60 years in a highly competitive and dynamic music industry. They face many struggles and challenges during their careers, some of which are: 1. Controversy. The Rolling Stones often generate controversy through their lyrics and free-spirited lifestyle. 2. Internal conflicts. Band members often experience internal conflicts that affect their performance and creativity. 3. Loss of members. The band has lost several important members over the course of their careers, such as Brian Jones and Bill Wyman. 4. Tour fatigue. The Rolling Stones have done many tours and concerts during their career, which left them exhausted and facing health problems. 5. Music theft. Band groups often experience theft of music and musical ideas by other parties. Although they faced many challenges, the Rolling Stones managed to survive and continue to work today. Here are some of the factors that helped the Rolling Stones survive and develop as a famous musical group. 1. Ability to collaborate. The Rolling Stones continue to put out new music by collaborating with leading musicians and producers. This helps them catch up with musical developments and maintain their popularity. 2. Concert ability. The Rolling Stones are known for their energetic and mesmerizing live performances. They continue to concert all over the world and fill huge stadiums. 3. Creative ability. The Rolling Stones have a rich and varied music catalog. They continue to release new albums and play their hits in concerts. 4. Fan loyalty. The Rolling Stones have many loyal fans spread all over the world. They have a strong and stable fan base over the years. 5. Adaptability. The Rolling Stones were able to adapt to musical developments and maintain their musical style and identity. They are constantly looking for ways to update and improve their music. By maintaining these factors, the Rolling Stones were able to continue to survive and develop as a famous musical group. They have had a great influence in the music industry and are recognized as one of the most influential and lasting bands in the history of rock music. How many famous Rolling Stones live appearances were there? These are some of their most notable appearances. Concert in Hyde Park. In 1969, the Rolling Stones held a major concert in Hyde Park, London to celebrate the return of Mick Jagger after serving a prison sentence. This concert became one of the most legendary concerts in the history of rock music. 1972 North American Tour. The 1972 North American Tour was the most ambitious and successful tour ever undertaken by the Rolling Stones. They visited several major cities in North America and filled large stadiums. Steel Wheels Concert. In 1989, the Rolling Stones held a major Steel Wheels concert in New Jersey that became one of the most massive and spectacular concerts in the history of rock music. Bridges to Babylon Tour. In 1997, the Rolling Stones held a Bridges to Babylon tour that visited several countries and cities around the world. 50th Anniversary Concert. In 2012, the Rolling Stones held a 50th anniversary concert commemorating 50 years of their career. These are just a few examples of the many legendary live performances performed by the Rolling Stones band group during their career. They had many stunning performances and led the development in the rock music industry. The Rolling Stones have had a major influence on rock and pop music globally. How did this band influence rock and pop music globally? Musical style. The Rolling Stones introduced an energetic and mesmerizing style of rock and roll music, which had a great influence on the musical genre. They helped define the direction of rock and pop music over the years. Conceptual albums. The Rolling Stones made several conceptual albums that had a huge impact on the music industry. They helped define the direction of rock albums and introduced new ways of putting music out. Live concerts. Rolling Stones have a reputation for hosting spectacular live concerts. They helped define the standards for live rock performances and introduced new ways to make concerts a riveting experience for audiences. Hair and clothing fashion. The Rolling Stones introduced hair and clothing fashion that became the hallmark of rock music groups. They helped determine the direction of fashion and become trendsetters for musicians and music fans. Collaborate with other musicians. The Rolling Stones have many collaborations with leading musicians and producers from various musical genres. They help define musical direction and introduce new ways to collaborate. By maintaining a major influence on music, the Rolling Stones had a major influence on the music industry globally. They are recognized as one of the most influential musical groups and have had a huge role in shaping the direction of rock and pop music for many years. Some bands and musicians influenced by the Rolling Stones include The Beatles, The Who, Led Zeppelin, The Kinks, The Doors, The Jimi Hendrix Experience, Pink Floyd, The Clash, The Sex Pistols. These are just a few examples of the many bands and musicians influenced by the Rolling Stones. Thank you for watching.